What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. It's been, I don't know how long it's been since I did my last video, so apologies for that. I'll try and get better at it, but quite a lot to pack into this video, so I'll get on with it. First of all, a little update on the channel. I will say we've got 58 subscribers, so that's a lot more than I ever hoped for. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed. If you are watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and like, comment and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any more of this riveting content. I'd also like to mention some of my, let's call them super fans. So thank you for supporting the channel, and I can clear up some questions and some comments I've had on the channel. So John Strauss Music, thank you. I know you've got a Pinter. I haven't heard how you get on with your brew. Please update, see how you get on. You can probably teach me a few things. Let me know if it works out or if I can help in any way. Happy to do that. Pat Miller, you contacted me on the issue I had with the when I had Mr. Hawks round, and he tried to drain the Pinter in one sitting. Caused some big problems, and it basically ran out of gas, and we had to decant into a pair of jugs. So always worth having a pair of jugs on hand. Here are mine. You can use your own obviously, but particularly this time of year, if you're having a big old session with a few friends, 10 pints can go quite easily, but if you try and take it out in one sitting, you could have the same problem. So always have a decent pair of jugs on hand to help you out. What else have we got? Lan Hikari, hopefully I'm saying that right. You're brewing an American wheat beer. If you're seeing this and you've brewed it and tried it, let me know how that's gone. I haven't done one of those myself. Rob and Simon down the pub, hope you're watching this. Thank you very much for the support. Keep that going, please. And last but not least, I've got to mention all the boys at SB Race Engineering in Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire. Have been supporters of the channel from the outset. There's one query I think. I know Barry, you're confused about the fridge situation. I can clear that up for you now, but there's some exciting news coming on the fridge in probably the next video. You'll see that, so stay tuned. But I brew in the kitchen. That's where I am now. You probably worked that out for yourself. But the fridge, which is let's call it the beer fridge, is downstairs. So that doesn't get complicated with any food stuffs in there. That's just for beer. And that's where I've made room for the Pinter to go. So hopefully that clears that up for you. I know it's been worrying you. Thanks to Jez, Stuart, Jasper for supporting the channel. I know you're keen to do a collaboration with the channel, which I'll be up for. So please get your people to speak to my people. We'll see what we can do. I'm not sure quite what that looks like at the moment, but happy to get involved. But meanwhile, thanks for your support. If you do have any need for servicing, sales, sourcing of supercars, then I'll leave a link in the description. SB Race Engineering, SBR Engineering, I think it's called. Specialist in Ferrari, McLaren, Lamborghini, but anything sort of exciting and a bit exotic, they're happy to get involved in. All the facilities there, Rolling Road. Yeah, and if you're looking for something special, then I think Jez is the man. He'll source one for you and make sure you get a good one. So give them a try. Tell them I sent you, and yeah, all your supercar needs, they can sort you out. All your Pinter needs, that's where I come in. So I want to show you how the problem has built up since we last saw each other. Now, I benefit from doing the Pinter subscription, which sends you 2 beers every month. And because, as you can tell from the channel being a bit slow, I've been a bit slow brewing. I've obviously drank the beer that I have brewed, and this is the state of the situation right now. Now, I don't know if they've got due dates on them, or best before dates, but I clearly need to get brewing. So this little fella is going to be working quite hard. So then I had a thought, what do I need to do to improve my output? And this is what I came up with. That's right, a second pinter. Now, I got this one through a referral, so now I've got two. But then I thought to myself, hang on, it's essentially a 3-week process brewing. You've got a week of brewing, a week of conditioning, and probably a week of drinking. So on a 3-week process, it seemed to make sense to, that's right, get a third pinter. So now we've got 3, and I've got some beers to brew. Now, one of them is what's called a co-pinter. So it doesn't have a brewing dock. So essentially I've got 3 pinter vessels with 2 brewing docks, which is fine because I'll get 2 going today with the 2 brew docks. And then after a week or so, I'll take the brew docks off, get them conditioned in the fridge. But when I get to sort of a steady state, I only actually need 1 brew dock. So brew 1, condition 1, drink 1. Hence the 3 pinters in use, and then just recycle like that. And I'm hoping I can catch up with my subscriptions, because otherwise, well, they're going to start going out of date, which will be no good at all. Now, I had hopes for to get these brews underway so they're drinkable for Christmas. Now, that's looking unlikely. Well, no, that's not going to happen. But I might make New Year's Eve around that sort of time for the beer. It's currently 16th of December. Hopefully get this video out today and get these underway, so apologies. Now, just so this stays interesting, hopefully, I'm not going to show you the full brew process. You can watch my previous channels. I'll put a link up there if you want to see how to brew it. But I need to choose my beers. So probably in order of the date I've had them will be helpful. I'm going to do today, which I haven't done before, the whole 9 yards. You've heard me speak about this before. This is basically for the Sermon family. They're big into their cider, all of them. 5.6%. I don't think they're big into 5.6%, to be honest. But they'll have to drink responsibly on this one. So there's that one. And what next? We need an ale. Let me think. Tell you what, we'll do this one. Roadie Remixed. Not heard of it before, but it was actually given to me by a very kind Mr. Hawks. You've heard me mention him before. He's the one who drank all my last beer. So I think as a way of an apology, he's very kindly come up with this. I know it's his because it's only 4.3%, and that's how he likes it. So I'll get that one underway as well. So I think we've decided we've got the whole 9 yards and a Roadie Remix today. So without further ado, I'll get on with that. Like I said, I don't think you need to see it. It's really straightforward. I'll get myself set up. I might show you a few sped up clips of it. I'll get back to you when we're done. See you shortly. So welcome back. So I've brewed the Roadie Remixed in the red pinter. Just refresh my memory of how to do that, so I didn't bore you with that detail. Very, very simple. But now I'll just take you through the whole 9 yards brew, cider brew. I imagine it'll be the same, exactly the same. Which again, just be quick. I'll try and, there's the brew pack. purifier and the yeast. So very, very simple to do. I've already added this Pinter to my Pinter app. So purifying instructions, start purifying, turn the carbonation dial to 5. That closes it off basically. So it's sealed up. Take the lid off, I've done. Remove the tap. In fact, the tap should be in at this stage. Add the purifier. This is no rinse purifier, so which some people worry about a little bit, but about having the purification left in there. They're obviously a bit worried that it might sterilise the yeast and you might not get a brew, but it doesn't seem to. So that's all in there. Add hot water. Some of you will remember from one of my early brews when I was just an amateur, I filled it with cold water, and if you do that, the purifier doesn't dissolve. So top tip, follow the instructions, use the hot water, filter the black line in there, which I'll do now, hot water. I'll cut this bit out. Interesting thing about this cider is it doesn't take as long. It should be ready on the 27th of December, which is good to know. So screw on the main cap. Give that a shake for a minute, I think it is. 30 seconds. I'll cut this bit out. I think that'll do. Shaken. Add the brewing dock. Very simple to do. Just a bayonet connection. There you go. Line it up. Turn it upside down. You can hear it glugging all that purifier down into the brewing dock. So that's now purifying that. Wait for 10 seconds. Then in the sink, we'll just take the brewing dock off. There you go. I'll just give that a shake out. That's clean. Now turn the carbonation dial to off. So a little hiss there, but off basically means open. So what I do here, it's not on the instructions, this is a little top tip. So I picked up in the Sudan. So I turn that to off, and then the next stage is you tip it upside down and you get a trickle of water out there. But what it does is it pulls a vacuum inside, so the purifier stops running through there. So with the tap on and a little bit of manual dexterity, you can open the tap, release the vacuum, let more purifier run through the carbonation dial for maximum purification. Then we'll turn that carbonation dial off. and open the tap and purify the tap. Same thing applies, of course. You end up pulling a vacuum, so what do? Open the carbonation dial, release the vacuum, tap pour lovely. There you go. Always remember to turn that back to 5 to close it off, otherwise it will leak out everywhere, obviously. So I've done a couple of stages in one there. Done the tap. Now empty the pinter. So, here we go. That's empty. Another little tip I want to tell you about is when you're washing this up, quite often you get water rattling around in the void between the inner vessel and the outer vessel. And I didn't know until the Pinter beer chef told me, but basically this little rubber foot there, you just flick it out and then you can drain all the water out, pop it back in. Just like a rubber peg, basically. So, if that happens to you, you know what to do. Right, start brewing. Brewing instructions. Set the carbonation down to 5, I think I've already done that. Yep. Add water to the fill line. Remember, from my previous videos, you've got to use, or you don't have to use, doesn't say to use even, but everyone who knows what they're talking about, I don't include myself in that, recommends use bottled water, cheap as chips, and also should use it at room temperature. It helps the yeast get going rather than cold water. So this has been hanging around for a long time. This should be fine. And we're just filling up now to the black line inside. Can be quite hard to see. Just use a little dribble more. And that will do. Right. Now, add the fresh press. I'm going to cut the corner off. Remember, this is the whole 9 yards. Oh. It's actually very thin, this fresh press, not as thick as the others are coming out a bit like treacle. This is very, very thin and runny. You see that running out there? Hopefully that's nothing to worry about. That's in there. Then now we've got the yeast, where the magic happens. Get the yeast in there. That done. Now we know what's coming now, don't we? Put the lid back on. I shake it for a minute. Now again, people who know much better than me say to shake it for 2 minutes, so I will spare you that, but it's simply a case of shaking this barrel for 2 minutes. See you shortly. Right, that's 2 minutes of shaking done. So on with the brew dock. Make sure it's aligned, turn upside down. Hear that plug in. Leave to brew. 16 to 25 degrees C. So normal sort of room temperature. System hitting is normal. So, like I say, that should be ready, I think, on the 27th of December, I think I said. So we'll have the cider before we have the ale. And as soon as this brew dock comes off, the black pinter I showed you earlier, we can get another brew on the go. So we're into full scale production now. So watch this space. I promise to be better getting the videos out. Thanks for watching. We'll leave it there. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button to not miss any more content. And I'll see you when these two bad boys are on to the next stage. See you soon. Bye for now.